Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're here for Beyond the Gates. Give me a second. I really just got in the house and came on live. Oh, Lord. Wig. That's not a happy manifestation. Okay, give me a second. The camera quality is not that good. Let me turn that off. He definitely is giving a hard time. That's the only crime he cares about. Hi, hello. Hello. Like I said, I'm just getting back into the house, so bear with me. And when I say I'm just getting back into the house, I got my leather jacket on too. Like, coat still on, stuff still in pockets. Just got back. Not he called to meet with Lynette. Oh, well, you should know, criminella. You would know, criminella. So true. You know they tell women if you're being attacked, like if you're being attacked, you should not yell help. You shouldn't yell great. You have to yell fire. Yep. Because they say people are more likely to help you when you yell fire. I said, well, that's messed up. Naomi's old nosy ass. Um, Child, so we're here for Beyond the Gates, and obviously we have Nita and Daddy Dupree there down at the country club, and Nita can't, like, her stomach is telling her with the chemo and everything, girl, you want the etouffee, you want the crawfish, you want the gumbo, you want the beignets, you want all that good food. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Go ahead and get you a little soup, a little salad. Don't try no garlic bread. Don't try to get no light, nothing heavy. Some light, some real, some fluffy. Just keep it light so you won't be sick all the time, which sucks for those who've had to go through chemo. If you know anybody who's gone through chemo, it sucks that like all of that just changes up their appetite or possibly just kills their appetite in general. And he's like, listen, we're gonna be at Mardi Gras next year. We're gonna have us a good time. We're gonna have fun. And she's talking down, but he's like, we're gonna keep it really light, really fluffy, and manifest. My mother always told me, if there was anything you want, speak it out there into the air, and it will be yours. Well, as they're having this moment, in comes Wig, and it's just like, the title of this live is Anita may have to reveal all, because the preview was like, oh, Wig is gonna stress her out, and then Anastasia is gonna sit up there and open that mouth and say a couple things, which is not a good thing, because she's gonna try to make up a rumor, and then it's just like, well, now I gotta tell the people about my health, even if I didn't want to, even though even if you didn't want to, even if you didn't want to reveal all, even if you didn't want everybody in your business and you just wanted it to be a family thing, you're gonna have to reveal all about your health, which sucks for a lot of people. But I mean, I don't like the character of Anastasia. She's not passive aggressive. She's aggressive aggressive in what she does, but she can also be passive aggressive. And I can see how like being passive aggressive rubs people the wrong way, or can cause an issue or cause friction. Somebody like I just did something that was passive aggressive, and I rubbed people the wrong way, and I understand that was being passive aggressive. I shouldn't have done that. I own my mistake. I own my mess up. But it's just like at the moment, I didn't think about how others would feel. I was just like being passive aggressive and selfish in the moment. And it's like, damn. And I have a whole bunch of like, I have regrets on that. And then it's just like, well, damn, I fucked up. Like, I really did fuck up. But that's the thing. Anastasia doesn't think she's fucked up in the things that she says and does. I also feel like the character of Anastasia lacks empathy for a lot of people. She does. EG keeps calling Elon bald-headed ass to try to get somebody to find out who attacked Triple H. And it's just like, he act like there's not other people committing crimes and other stuff happening. So that is a situation of, sir, get off this goddamn phone. Now he wants to know, Jacob, what's going on with this blood plasma ring? What's going on? You got a new lead. You got a da-da-da. And Jacob's about to tell him, I'm about to go undercover. And Naomi has decided to pop up on Triple H. And Tomas is down there talking to Criminella. And she over here doing the absolute most. And he's being eyed by Private Eye. There she go with that manipulation. I have a big ass pimple. She was not. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. It couldn't have. Because this was a scheme that Todd had set up to come to us with the bullshit. Naomi's like, is there anything I can do for you? Yeah, tell me why you're here. Oh, girl. Very aggressive. Very. Yeah, just a paralegal. Manipulation. She should have, but she wasn't going to do it. Sloppy. Yes. He's like, would it kill you to say I'm doing a good job? Yes. Because he wanted y'all to be cops, but he wanted y'all to work the desk. We know you don't have no friends. You really have no family. You ain't got nothing to do. Her schedule is not open. She is sick. She is going through chemo. Which, okay. Eva knows that Anita has cancer and is going through chemo. But surprise, surprise, the only thing that Eva managed to keep to herself is the fact that Anita is sick. And you know how to keep a secret. Okay. You know how to keep a secret. When it's Cat and Ted, we don't know how to keep secrets. But when it's everybody else, we know how to keep secrets. Peaches should still be in the hospital or doing the free the trial that she is in for her sickness. But she talking about Barbara and getting to know things about Barbara and what was going on with Barbara. And it's just like, it's cool that you want to get to know Barbara, but you could have asked Peaches. You could have asked Peaches about Barbara because Peaches knew Barbara. I mean, I get you want to get to know her on the level of when they were together as the Articulates, and I still think Dante Green might be her father. Yo, she ain't said nothing. We ain't seen them talk about Anita. We haven't seen them talk about Anita being sick or anything like that. So I think Anita being sick is going to have to be played for the public because Anastasia Jr. and Anastasia Sr. is about to stress that lady out big time. Now, Elon's bald-headed ass is doing the absolute most and coming down on Jacob like, you don't have anything. Going to Will once, that's nothing. Like, he's going in on Jacob about him infiltrating, I can't speak, infiltrating the blood plasma ring. And it's just like, he just started. We ain't got deep in the mix yet. When I say he just started, I mean, we ain't even really been deep into this. We only been deep in this for like, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks. We ain't really like got to the thick of it. We only met 2 people from the blood plasma ring. We ain't met nobody else. But Elon is the type of parent who wanted his kids to follow in his footsteps and become cops, but he only wanted them to work the desk. But would have looked down on them if they were like traffic cops. Mm-hmm. And this hasn't. You really don't. You really don't. She's not trying to weasel her way out of it, you psycho. She's sick. And Tracy is sharing his own tour. Oh my God, she's crazy. No, she couldn't have. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, we're yelling? Baby, they're yelling. He finally bossed up on his daddy. I mean, granted, that's your boss. But at some point when you work with respect, I deserve my respect. And at this point in time, Jacob does his job. Albeit he's a goody two shoes and rubs people the wrong way sometimes because he doesn't believe there is he believes everything is black and white and there is no gray anywhere in there. It's black or white. Okay, like I Love Lucy back in the day. It was black and white. The Beverly Hillbillies, black and white. Gunsmoke, black and white. Before they got color. The Patty Duke Show. Before they was in color. Black and white. What else? The Dick Van Dyke Show. Black and white. I could go on. I could go on and on and on and on about all the black and white shows, but that's how Jacob thinks. So at this point in time, like he's thinking, I'm doing my damn job. I'm doing it well. I'm infiltrating. I'm getting in the mix. I'm in the thick of it. And you don't respect me whatsoever. You're coming down hard on me because you got an attitude and a chip on your shoulder because EG won't get off your line bothering you. And it's just like, can we get a little respect? Let's hear a little, can we hear it for the respect? Can we hear it for the job that Jacob has been doing? I mean, maybe he needs to call Kat. Honestly, Kat had it solved quick, fast, in a hurry. Y'all need to have her on the team. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in time we see Kat become a cop. She goes from CEO to cop, or she opens her own private investigation firm. Triple H is in a hotel with Naomi, and Naomi was like, I could hate what you did to my family. I could hate what you did to our friendship, but you didn't deserve for, to be attacked. You could have died. And Triple H is like, a lot of people think I deserve what I got. Your mother even thinks I deserve what I got. No, she doesn't. Denny hasn't said anything about you. And then Wig, once again, even didn't tell Wig that Anita was sick. So Wig feels like Anita is ducking and dodging her. And then is trying to weasel out of this lunch that she bought at Winterfest. And it's just like, that's not the case. That lady has breast cancer. The most aggressive form. She's going through chemo. She does not have the time to be sitting down with you or the energy, especially with your brand of crazy. And even if she didn't have the time, Sharon and Tracy don't have the time. Sharon and Tracy is on tour. Like they said, the tour is going so damn well that they might extend it. That's not them lying. That's them telling the truth. The tour was supposed to have been over, and then it got extended. Some people spend an entire year or 2 years on tour. We'll spend an entire year on the North America, probably do South America, and then we'll probably do Europe. Who the hell knows? Once again, you wanted your kids to follow in your footsteps and become cops. You probably would have looked down on them if they would have been like traffic cops or anything else, and police, law enforcement. But you do not want them to be successful because you're scared. Maybe you should have prompted them to choose another career. It is. Once again, if you didn't want your son to be in law enforcement and to take these types of assignments, Oh my God. She has no self awareness. But then again, that's talking to someone who has no self awareness sometimes. And she doesn't know how to read the room either. Oh, plead guilty. She don't want probation. Oh, ooh, girl. She's up to something. Criminella is up to something. Oh, girl. She don't have no guilt. She don't have no guilt. She did. She did exactly that, Naomi. Naomi, you always so damn nosy. You don't. You don't even like her. No. Say no. Girl, I'm over her. Because why do you want to be close to her? You don't like her. You think her and her family are nosy. And what are you trying to do? Oh, Danny thinks this is karma for me. Danny thinks this is karma. Naomi said, girl, please. My mama may despise you for what you did to her, but she would never say this is karma. Just like when you lost, well, you didn't lose a baby. You faked two pregnancies and faked two miscarriages. Danny was right there and she felt so bad and she thought she was the cause of everything because you kept going over there to pick fights with that lady only to find out, oh, it wasn't her fault because it was fake. There was no baby. There were no babies. I need Cat, Tater Thought, Naomi, Vanilla Bean, and Danny to all come together and put the pieces of all this together. Because if y'all sit there and put the pieces together, y'all will understand that, oh, that little heifer running game. She's a scammer. She's running game on y'all. It's not a good thing whatsoever. Um, and you know, Triple H is like, oh, I miss your friendship and all these things. And do you ever think, and like, you're still in my life, but as my stepdaughter, do you ever think we could be close again? And she hold Naomi's hand. And Naomi go ahead and snatch that hand away as her raggedy pappy comes through the door. And it's just like, it's not going to work. And for the love of God, I hope Naomi doesn't go to them when Jacob decides he has to move out for his undercover assignment. Please don't spend all your time with Triple H because you're gonna find out quick, fast, and in a hurry. She is not who you think. She is not it. Criminella has been to prison. She has done some jail time. She's had to do some jail time, and she up to something. Specifically, because Tater Thought is like, listen, we got a good working relationship with the U.S. attorney, and I believe the the DA and a couple people. We can go ahead and get it plead down to a lesser charge, and you won't have to do any time. You would just have to be on probation. Oh, baby, she started to raise hell. She doesn't want to be on probation. It's not going to be a thing. I need to be found innocent. And he's like, listen, I'm working on that, but the quickest way to get all this resolved, because you asked him to get this resolved, is to plead down. No, I'm not doing no probation. I'm not doing this. I'm not taking a plea. I'm innocent. I didn't do anything, which we all know you did. I didn't do anything. And if you can't get the job done, maybe I should talk to your boss, which is the exact opposite of what Triple H wants. But Randy was right. You sitting up here doing all this stuff for her, got pro bono work through the law firm, got EG to get her a hotel room. All because she punched you in the face and took your jewelry and all that stuff to help push your husband to you. And now she over here trying to get everything. She don't want a little bit. She want a lot of it. She want all of it. See how this is an issue? See how your scheme and your scam gonna blow up in your face? And then once again, Wake doesn't read the room. She has no self-awareness. Things that honestly, as I'm starting to take this journey of, working on some things. And then also something like recently happened where it's like, yeah, I didn't have no self-awareness in that moment. I also didn't read the room, and it was being passive-aggressive as hell. They keep telling you, don't sit down. This is not the time. This is not the moment. And she wants what she wants at that moment. So it's also being selfish, because it's just like, if you read the room and you read the body language of these people, you see, yeah, it's not this. But y'all, I don't think you about to run them up out the country club. Anita is going to almost pass out. And then Anastasia is going to start making rumors. And the only people who live beyond the gate, like behind the gates, or know people who live behind the gates that knows that Anita is sick, I believe, are obviously the family, Madison, Tomas, Eva, because Crewneck didn't know how to keep his motherfucking mouth shut, Shanice, because she helped take Danny and Nicole's blood for their testing, Triple H, EG, Madison, Vanessa, Joey, Elon, Jacob. And I'm missing somebody. Mm-hmm. Criminella is attitude, 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 and got told about her goddamn self from Tater Thought. Ooh. Wait a minute. Oh, girl, she done messed up. Yes, he's definitely her. Damn, cause she wasn't attacked. Oh my God, Naomi, you sit up here telling these two dummies your business. Oh, girl, mind your damn business. Well, he's a detective. I mean, she might. Joey knows the name, like the name the Impaler, because he gave that to Elon. But does Joey know who the Impaler is? I mean, you also have to move the hell about your house. Mm-hmm. Oh, child, please. I just need you to trust. I just need you to trust me. Oh, child, here we go. So you jump from being the chief of police to his daddy at this point, then being manipulative, using your wife. Oh my God. She's drunk. Girl, she can't. It's not even that. She can't touch you. Mm-hmm. Girl, she over here harassing these folks because she ain't got no friends. And she's also drunk. Oh! We didn't. Vernon, call for the check. Call for the. Call for the check. Yo, sex talk. Oh my God. Girl! That's what I. That's what I want to know. Cancel the order. Oh my. Get the Anastasia. Oh, I don't know. I don't know who that was in the corner. I thought that was Anastasia, but you know it's gonna get around. Probably one of Anastasia's friends, because Anastasia tomorrow is supposed to be making up rumors about Anita and why she basically passed out, or why she, because Anastasia has already seen her kind of feel the effects of the chemo mixed with stress, and then here we are again in another high stress situation because it is wig. It's too much. And then she really didn't even get to eat. Like, she moved around the salad or whatever it was, but she really didn't get to eat. It's too much going on. It's too much going on. And it's just like, please stop. Once again, my consensus about Elon is you wanted your kids to follow in your footsteps and become cops, but you really didn't want them to be cops because you over here stressed out and then trying to hinder them, specifically Jacob, and what they do because he's the only one that works with you, because you want to keep him protected. And he doesn't know the fine line between being his father and being his boss. And then using your wife, his mother, to manipulate him and basically say your mother would try to take me out if I let anything happen to you. And it's just like, if he was any other cop and he wasn't your son, you would be all for the pace that's happening and he's taking. You wouldn't hesitate to send him undercover. I think honestly this is one of the big reasons you can't work with your family, specifically in a job like that, because ultimately either you're gonna get told you only here because of your family, or you gonna be they're gonna try to hold you back from doing things because they want to keep you safe, which is probably why his brother took off to Detroit. Yeah, his brother is it Denver or Detroit? It's Detroit. Took off to Detroit and is a cop up there. Wig is told too much information. She told Anita and Vernon that she lost her virginity to the Articulate song, and they trying to figure out why the hell you telling us. They make up a fake meeting at Banneker that they need to get to because she's doing too much and she had too much to drink. She just sucked down the entire drink and probably had a drink before then. And when Anita, like I said, the stress mixed with the chemo plus her weak immune system and the fact that it's Wig who's stressful, Nita wobbling on her feet is not a good time. Um, EG and Naomi are both like, oh my god, I can't believe, the cops haven't found anybody that did this. And Triple H is very much so like, oh, they're not going to find anybody, so we should just get over it. And it's just like, it's not going to happen. You were talking about get over it. He's not going to let it happen. He's not. And then Criminella said, I didn't bring her the papers. I didn't give her the papers. She brought me the papers. And it's just like, wait, what the... Taylor thought was like, what? She can't have it. Vernon is sick off. Oh, girl, bring your ass, Vernon. Baby, she desperate. But once again, that tells me Eva ain't told her nothing. We know that. It is an emergency. Mm-hmm. Criminella don't care. Triple H don't care. Randy about to lose his money and possibly his life. Nothing's wrong with that. He's going undercover. Undercover work. Ain't nobody a cheater like you. Mm-hmm. Well, damn. That's serious. Next time you see him, you either in with the crew or you're gonna catch a hot one. Wow. Yep, yep. Oh, it's been days. He don't know. He can't. It's like she won't. He got to move out, girl. You about to be on your lonesome. You finally got you a living room, girl. Keep you safe. It's not like he leaving you, because he could have left you when you did that BS. When it came at picking fights with him over you not being pregnant. But honestly, him moving out is the best thing to do because it is to keep you safe. If somebody follows him and then follows him to the apartment, they could break in, you could get hurt, or they could break in when you're not there, see you, see him, ransack the place, and learn he's a cop. So the best thing he could do is to move out. He got to be ducking and dodging and hiding under bridges and going different places. Now, the other thing that has to happen is the family has to know that he is undercover, and if you see him out, you don't know him. If you see him hanging out, you don't know him. And that goes for the Duprees and Isaiah. And then Isaiah could tell Eva, so Eva could tell her mama, because somehow, some way, I just know wig is going to be an issue. Do I think Criminella, aka Lynette, knows the Impaler? Possibly. Possibly. Um, Vernon obviously knows what's wrong with Anita, and he's asking like, "Are you okay? Can you stand up? Here, drink this water and all this stuff." Wig is like, she probably is hungry and has low blood sugar. Let's get you this. Let's get you that. And she calling Vernon Vern, and he trying not to snap at her, but he kind of snaps at her. So here we are in this situation of him trying not to snap at her, and Anita is like, "Listen, go ahead and call the charity and get your money back. We'll have them refund you." And she's like, "No, no, no. Let's go through the proper channels, okay? You say follow work for me." But once again, Surprise, surprise. Eva can keep a secret. Eva can keep a secret. Who would have thunk that she could keep a secret? You can't keep a secret about anything else, but you kept a secret about this. Girl, you could have told your mama what was going on, so we did not have to go through this. You could have told her exactly what was going on, so y'all did not have to go through this, but you didn't. That should say something about all of this. EG has it in his mind that something more is going on, something new between Naomi and Jacob, and his mind is going to go to Jacob is cheating on Naomi, which we know it's not that. We know he's going undercover. We know it's this whole big thing. But this EG we talking about, he jumps to conclusions. Randy is telling Criminella, hey girl, hey, y'all about to mess up my situation I got going on. You talking about, oh, ain't nobody gonna catch me. That really don't matter. Joey wants a favor from EG. Timo Tony Soprano wants a favor from EG, which means Randy has to find out who did what, or it's lights out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Nita used to be snatching. Oh, they keep keying about this. I love it. Mm. I love them. They just to keep keying about everything. It was like we wouldn't listen. I'm not gonna snatch and drag her without Anastasia being there. So you go and spread it across Barrington County. I love them together. They're just so sweet. Ugh. It won't be happening. He's undercover. Uh oh. Tater thought is looking at the papers. Uh oh. Uh oh. Not Criminella that called Sammy Randy Jackson a bitch. A low one at that. Mm. Ooh. Bop bop. Bada bop bop bop. Okay. Oh, he not playing with y'all. He not playing with y'all. Randy Sammy, Jennifer Jackson said, oh, so we gonna play it like that? You gonna call me a little bitch? Okay, let me tell you something. If I go down, you and her going down with me. Okay, I'm gonna take y'all with me. Now run and tell that. And Criminella was like, mm-hmm. Maybe you should have kept that mouth shut. Aww. No. Burner phone. Yup. You married a cop. I'm telling you now. She either gonna shut down shop permanently while he undercover, or she gonna start her an affair. Ooh. I've got a feeling somebody's going to end up in a coma, and it's not gonna be Anita. Yep. She gonna get pregnant. Talk about we need to make the most of it. She gonna get pregnant. She gonna get pregnant. I'm telling y'all now. She gonna end up pregnant. She gonna end up pregnant, and then she's going to have to tell them that she is como se dice. She has the gene. Yup. Portion, and then she gonna shut down shop permanently. And then when he, I got a feeling he gonna end up in a coma. I smell a coma coming on, not a long one. Not a long one. But then when he like after he come about the coma and she acting different, she kind of acting a little funny. He gonna ask what's going on, and she gonna have to tell him, or she gonna lie, and then it's gonna come out, and then she gonna flip it on him and blame him for why she had to do what she did. Oh girl, she about to get pregnant. This feels different. It's something people say on TV shows and soap operas when they about to get pregnant. It feels different. It feels different because you gonna be gone, she gonna get pregnant, and then she gonna have to figure out if she wants to shut down shop permanently. That is what's happening. Um, I liked Nita and Vernon kikiing about Wig and wanting to snatch and drag her. What Anita wants to do, but she wasn't gonna do it unless Anastasio is there to see it all happen. So she could go spread it around. And I just love them. They keep keying, they having a good time. And Nita is just like, thank you for not treating me like I'm sick when I'm sick and just letting me be me. And I thought it was so sweet. Once again, Triple H is being manipulative. EG feels like, oh my god, there's something more going on with Naomi and Jacob. And it's just like, just say Jacob is undercover. And if you see him in public, don't you say a goddamn word. Because you can't. Y'all can't. Randy, well, Tater Thought is looking at Lynette's paperwork. So he gonna start looking into some stuff. And I got a feeling like you just need to call. So now we know the person he called was Criminella. But now you need to call upon Cat and play I Spy Private Eye and start trying to figure out what the hell is going on. But Randy, you know what? Shout out to Randy. Randy said, yeah, I'm a little bit. I need to handle my business. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got something for y'all. Know this. If I go down, I'm going to take you and I'm going to take her down with me. Okay, now run tell that. Go and tell that. Because, see, y'all didn't even have to get to this point. But you over here, Criminella, trying to do the absolute most. I'll say this. Don't be passive aggressive like me. And definitely don't be passive aggressive like Wig. Read the damn room and have some self-awareness about yourself. That's the best thing I can say today. Also, rumination, Not a good thing. Not a good thing. Rumination is like really harping or just overthinking or constantly playing like the negative moments over and over and over again to the point where it like will eat up an entire point of your day, which honestly is kind of what EG is doing. He's ruminating on everything and what could have went right, what could have went wrong, and in he's overthinking everything and then harassing people every single hour on the hour about trying to catch somebody that y'all not gonna catch because she got punched in the face by a woman in order to get your attention. So that's a bad thing. Now, the UK is doing what they need to do when it comes to the files because they arrested that former prince. Sure did. Sure did. They arrested him, and his brother said, anything y'all want from me, I'll give it to y'all when it comes to him. Wow. Now, if you're on Twitch, don't forget to hit the follow button. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people. On top of that, hit those links in the description box down below. Vote.gov, vote.org. Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you're kept up to date about everybody who's running for positions in your state, your county, your town, your parish, where you live, okay? And 5calls.org will help you see what type of laws they're trying to enact in your county, in your state, federally. And if you disagree with the ones that you see on there that are not going to help anybody but the people trying to steal an election, because honestly, if voting didn't matter, if you're voting, like you voting didn't matter, they wouldn't try to snatch your voting rights away from you or put a modern day poll tax on everything to keep you from doing it, or to kind of push out a certain demographic of a political party to keep all these people who have done absolutely nothing but ruin the places that they are elected officials in. So y'all got to keep up to date with everything. And honestly, I'm not going to do anything I'm not going to tell y'all. Like, I'm not going to tell y'all to do something that I'm not going to do or I'm going to work on. So yes, I go to 5calls.org and I call and I use the prompts. I might add my own little spin on them, my own little 1-2, because sometimes it just bubbles up out of me to say how I really feel and what's on my heart. I've called representatives. I tried to get a hold of my state representatives, and like the local government here, on top of just voicing my opinion. I'm also keeping up to date about who's running in my state, but also who's running in other states. What else? Also, beyond the gates, we were talking about Anita having like triple negative breast cancer. So I still have to download the Know Your Limits app. I hope y'all download the Know Your Limits app. I have a binder where I'm trying to keep a detailed history of my family medical history, but there's a lot more research that I'm going to have to do, because there are some things it's just like, okay, I know this because I've heard y'all talk about this, or I was old enough to know this information. And then there's some things that are just like one specific person, there's kind of like a mystery around. So I need to figure out what that mystery is. But I do have my own binder that, okay, family medical history. I do want to take history of everything else. And I say y'all should do that too. If nothing else, if you like, you should care about your family history, because we're losing recipes, but the medical history can help you, can help, if you have siblings, or if you go off and have your own children, that can help in the future, just so you can know, okay, all these things. And then just trying to be a better person, or working on being a better person and a better friend, and not so much of not speaking up about things when I have the opportunity to. I'm working on that. But once again, if you're on Twitch, hit the follow button, then come over to YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and turn your post notifications on. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and hit those links in the description box down below. Do not be like Wig. Don't be like her. But we'll be back here tomorrow for Beyond the Gates and SmackDown. And today I'm actually going to have the shorts edited and uploaded, and then I have some other shorts that I need to film for some other wrestling stuff, so that'll probably be coming out over the tomorrow and the weekend. I also have Joe's college road trip short that needs to be edited, which is really just like me cutting out the beginning and the end and probably adding some photos, possibly. I don't think I'm gonna add photos to it because it's something like just really quick. It's not something that's really detailed like other people have been doing. It's something really quick. And for right now, I think that's it. And then we're gonna start the week. Monday for Monday Night Raw is the AJ Styles tribute show, in which we now have gotten the information that they are flying the SmackDown roster to. They're gonna be in Georgia, which is just like for some people they actually live in Georgia, so this is not a problem. You don't really gotta fly them out nowhere. But the SmackDown roster will be there on Raw at Raw for the tribute show for AJ, and then this is the go home show to Elimination Chamber, and Elimination Chamber is next Saturday. It is next Saturday. Now, happy Black History Month, happy Black Centennial, happy Black History Centennial.